Jai Gurudev, dear students. Children, welcome again in this science class. So today we will study the next topic of chapter weather, climate and adaptations. Children, we have studied already about weather, climate also, and means in detail. I have explained you each and everything. And now today we will study about the adaptations. So children, what is adaptations? This word you have studied in the previous class also, in class 6. Adaptation is a kind of means process through which any organism makes some changes in their body to adapt or to live sufficiently properly in that habitat. Okay, so those changes which are there present in their body, or that organism which make those changes in their body, they will not make within a short period of time. It will take time, and after a long period of time, or sometime generation after generation also, they develop those kind of changes, so that that organism is means can suitable for a proper or particular type of surrounding or habitat. Suppose I am giving you example, common example which you have studied in the junior classes about fish. You know children, fish live in water, and in water, you know, we can't live underwater, and that fish has some kind of special features, and fish adapt those changes, means adapt those kind of body changes, so that it makes itself fit for live under the water. So children, what are the adaptations we can see in fish? Presence of gills, presence of scales on the body, and even presence of fins also. With the help of that, fish can easily swim in water. So these all kind of changes are there in their body. These kind of structures which developed by fish to live successfully in water are called adaptations. Okay, so in same way we will study about various kind of climate and their animals. So children, one by one I'll show you in through the pictures also that how those animals are present in various type of climatic conditions. So under adaptations we will study about first about the cold climate, cold climate and their animals, and second we will study about the hot climate animals. Okay, and under third category we will study about the tropical and temperate. Tropical and temperate kind of means climatic conditions, and not only the weather condition or climatic conditions, here we will study about the animals and their adaptations. Okay, and what are the different kind of animals live in the cold regions, in the hot climatic regions, and in the moderate climate. Tropical and temperate are the moderate climates. Means here under this category there is a rainfall also, sometimes hot and humid weather also there, and sometimes little bit winter also there. So under this category we will study about the moderate kind of climate. But here cold climate, which kind of animals are present in the cold regions and what different kind of adaptations are shown by them, here about those animals we will study here, just like polar bear, penguin, seal, and other so many animals are there. You know that these animals are living in the cold regions. And in hot climatic conditions, some animals are living, best example here we are talking about camel. You know children, camel is best suited for this hot climatic condition. So other than camel also some other animals are present there. They can also survive there. About them also we will study under this. And under the tropical and temperate also some special animals are we will study under this category, which you are not generally you can see in our environment. Okay, so let's see one by one. I'll show you through the pictures and I'll explain you along with the pictures that what kind of adaptations are present in these animals. So let's see the pictures. Yes students, now see climate and adaptations. Under this climate and adaptations we will study about these animals: polar bear, penguins, seals, and birds also. About some birds also we will study. That birds are Arctic tern and ptarmigans. Okay, so these these are the animals which are present in the cold climate. Okay, and after that we will study about the hot climatic region, about the camel, kangaroo rat, and fennec fox. Okay, so these animals we will study under the hot climatic regions. And here they have given red-eyed tree frog, toucan, and Asian elephants. These animals we will study under the tropical and temperate climate. Okay children, so let's see one by one about these animals. Now first animal is polar bear. Here you see children, this polar bear always live in the cold climate. Okay, and it always live in those regions where there is a snow, hard snow is there. And this polar bear has a thick fur all around its body. You can see easily that fur means thick hair, that skin is covered with a thick hair which is called fur, and with the help of these thick hairs or fur it cannot feel cool. Okay, it cannot feel cold, and it can help this polar bear to withstand or to live properly in that cold climatic conditions. And under its skin a thick layer of fat is also present, which is called blubber. Okay, and that blubber also make its body hot during the cold conditions. Okay children, and these are the adaptations. And third adaptation means is its white snow like body. It is helping this polar bear to catch prey very easily, because it blends its color with the snow, and it can easily catch any other animal as a means it can easily catch its prey, because it can hide itself with the white snow. It can easily blend its color with the white snow. So these are the adaptations in polar bear. And children, about polar bear, one more thing is given in your book, that female polar bear always used to give birth to their young ones in a den which is present in the snow. Okay, and during when so much cold condition is there, that time they remain inactive in that den, and they take care of their babies and they remain inside the den, and so that they can store that energy which is present in the form of fat layer which is called blubber, and with the help of that layer it can get energy slowly without doing any kind of work. And they spend that worse kind of winter with the help of that fat which are stored in their body. Slowly they get energy with the help of those fats, and they can survive for a long time without food and water in their den. Okay, and they take care of also of their babies. And children, after this is about the polar bear, and after this let's see the next animal, that is penguin. Children, penguin is also, you can see here, so much snow is there. In snowy area penguin always found, and penguin also has these kind of adaptations, and they always live in groups. See, you can see they always live in groups to make themselves warm. You know children, when so much cold, we feel cold sometime, and when we sit together, with the help of our body heat we can make ourselves warm. Okay, in the same way they also used to live in huddle. Huddle means they live in groups. Group of penguin is called huddle. So always they live in groups to make themselves warm and to protect themselves from these cold conditions. And along with this, their body has fat layer inside the skin. Fat layer is there which protect their internal organs from this cold condition. Okay, and because it can also swim in water, and they have these kind of flippers which are present there, which help them to swim in water, and it has sharp beak also. With the help of that it can easily catch some fishes or some other water animals from water. Okay, and that's why penguin also can successfully live in cold weather. And children, female penguin lay egg in this snow. Okay, and they always keep their eggs inside the snow, and after leaving the eggs, after laying eggs, they again go to the sea to catch some food for developing babies or for the other members of their huddle. And by the time when female go to collect food from the sea, that time male penguin protect eggs, and during the cold temperature, cold weather, and they prevent those eggs to expose from these cold conditions. Means they protect the egg so that egg cannot come out and expose to the cold climatic conditions. So children, this is about the penguin. So next animal is cold climatic animal is seal. So you can see seal has this white body. It is also an animal of cold climatic region, and they always survive in the coastal regions. Means they always live in those regions where like Arctic region or Antarctic region, where snow is always there and sea is also there, and they also have blubber inside the skin. Means fat layer, a thick fat layer inside the skin, which protect their inner organs from cold conditions. And they have white snowy that fur which protect them from the cold environment. Okay, just like polar bear. And these are the animals of cold regions. So they have specialty that they take in oxygen from water and store that oxygen in their body, means in the blood as well as in the muscles in a large amount. Okay, and at that time it can dive deep in the sea to search food. Okay, and without it can breathe, means it can use that stored oxygen which is present in it. That oxygen it can use to breathe, use for breathing, which is when this seal is underwater. Okay, so this kind of adaptation is present in seal also, and seal also show the process of camouflage. You know, camouflage means when any animal blend its color with the surrounding. So it lives in cold climatic region and in a snowy region. So it has white color which blend with the snow, so that any animal, other animals can't catch them and they can catch their prey easily. Okay, so children, our next animal is now birds. Now under these means snowy areas, or we can say under the cold climatic regions, we will study about the two special kind of birds. First are the Arctic terns and second are the ptarmigans. P is silent here. So what is pronunciation of this word? This is ptarmigans. And children, these Arctic terns are always live in the region of Arctic Circle. You know, at the top of the globe, that region is called Arctic Circle. So at that place these Arctic terns can be found. Means on the North Pole as well as around the South Pole also. Means at the Antarctic Circle also they can be found. Means Arctic terns. And these are the birds which successfully live in these climatic conditions, cold climatic conditions, and they can easily fly from Arctic Circle to the Antarctic Circle. You know that one pole, means from South Pole, North Pole to South Pole, they can easily fly because they live in the cold climatic conditions only. And in search of summer, sunlight and food, they move from one place to another place. And other specialty is these are the migratory birds also. Means Arctic terns are migratory birds also, and these migratory birds can move from that when so much cold conditions are there at the Arctic Circle, that time they move from that place to another places where little bit weather is in moderate conditions. Okay. So children, after this next bird is ptarmigans. So ptarmigans are those birds, it has also specialty in their body, and they also show a kind of camouflage. Means you can see their body, they can change their feather colors according to the climatic conditions. When there is a winter, that time they change brown color, they turn their feather brown color, and when there is a winter, that time they change their color as a white, full white. They turn their feathers into white, so that they can blend their color with the snow and they can easily catch their prey, catch their food. And as we talk about the adaptations, children, here you can see their that claws, or we can say their feet and legs also covered with the feathery material or feathers to protect their full body with the heavy feathers, so that they can live successfully in cold climatic conditions. Okay. And adaptations, when we talk about two kind of main adaptations, we can see in them that they can change their color during summer and winter. Okay. And body covered with these feathers. These two kind of mainly colors we can see in the ptarmigans, and they means they change their color according to their surroundings. When winter is there, all around snowy weather, snowy surrounding is there, then change their color as a white, and when summer comes, it turns into turn their feathers into brown color. So children, these are the kind of two birds also we can see in cold climatic conditions. So children, next time in the next class we will study about the hot climatic conditions. So Jai Gurudev.